The United States stands with Israel.
और हम पूरी दुनिया के अंदर हम हामी और मोईद हैं, हम तायीद करते हैं। हिजबुल्लाह लबनान के हामी हैं, हमास फलस्तीन के हामी हैं, हिजबुल मुजाहिदीन कश्मीर।
Imagine waking up one morning and discovering your neighborhood in the headlines of global news. It's that moment when you pinch yourself to ensure you're not still caught in the tendrils of a dream. You squint your eyes, adjusting to the harsh reality that seems to be invading your personal space from the high-definition screen of your television or the black and white ink-smudged front page of your morning newspaper. Perhaps, in a more ideal world, your community would be thrust into the global spotlight for something overwhelmingly positive. You allow your mind to wander, daring to envision it being about a groundbreaking scientific discovery, one that has been secretly brewing under the quiet humdrum in your local university's lab, maybe a major technological breakthrough that promises to change the course of mankind. The local genius, hitherto unknown, now suddenly stepping into the limelight, shaking the world with his innovation, or perhaps it could be a heartwarming tale of unity, of the proverbial phoenix rising from the ashes, showcasing how human spirit can overcome the darkest hours. Maybe it's an inspiring narrative about a group of brave individuals from your neighborhood who've banded together to tackle an adversity head-on, displaying a sense of camaraderie that reverberates through the community and beyond. Or it could be a story about a charitable event, a local initiative that has grown beyond the boundaries of your community, capturing the world's attention and warming the cockles of hearts across continents. However, as your mind spins these optimistic narratives, you realize the situation is far from any such scenarios. It's not about a grand invention that could potentially revolutionize the world or a multicultural festival that acts as a melting pot for various cultures, showcasing the spirit of unity in diversity. It's not about a young prodigy from your suburban neighborhood making waves in the world of science, arts, or sports. Nor is it about a local hero whose valiant efforts saved lives or accomplished an extraordinary feat of courage. Your neighborhood is not receiving worldwide attention for a collective effort to preserve the environment, to rally against climate change, or for the successful launch of a community-based, sustainable project that promises a brighter, greener future. It's not about a local philanthropist whose generosity has uplifted the lives of the less fortunate, or a heartwarming tale of a rescued puppy finding its forever home. Instead, your neighborhood stands under the glaring spotlight of global scrutiny for a relentless cycle of attacks and counterattacks. The peaceful, quiet morning that you've always cherished is shattered by the horrific reality of conflict. The tranquility, abruptly punctuated by the cacophony of chaos. You wrestle with your thoughts, trying to figure out what could have triggered such a drastic escalation in hostilities. The answer isn't simple. It's not black and white. There are innumerable shades of gray that cloud the truth. It could be a complex web of historical, political, religious, and socio-economic factors. It could be long-standing disagreements and disputes, a series of unfortunate misunderstandings or simmering tensions that have been stewing for years, which have suddenly boiled over. It could be a provocative act committed by one side, or a perceived injustice that has sparked a chain of retaliatory actions. It could be a power struggle, a battle for control, a fight for resources, or a clash of ideologies, cultures, and values. You try to grapple with this unfathomable reality. You look at the familiar streets, the playground where children usually laugh and play, the community center where people gather for celebrations, the local shops where friendly banter is exchanged. You envision the park hand in hand, where families picnic on weekends, where the elderly play chess under the shade of trees. You see the school, the beacon of knowledge, nurturing the leaders of tomorrow, standing tall, its walls echoing with dreams and aspirations. And you can't comprehend how such scenes of normalcy can coexist with the disturbing images flashing across your screen. Amid the turmoil, you also find glimmers of hope. You witness acts of courage, compassion, and resilience from your fellow neighbors. You see people rising above their fears, standing up against violence, advocating for peace, and fighting for justice. You realize that even in the midst of chaos, humanity persists and love endures. This is the reality that has enveloped the Israeli and Palestinian communities in recent times. It is a tale of human resilience, of people refusing to give up, of communities striving to reclaim their peace, their dignity, and their sense of normalcy. It is a stark reminder of the complexities and the cost of conflicts. It is a call to the world to intervene, to mediate, to foster dialogue and understanding, and ultimately, to help restore peace. It is a story of hope, of the unyielding human spirit that continues to strive for a better, peaceful tomorrow despite the overwhelming odds. To unravel this complex tapestry, we peel back the layers of time to the initial spark. It all began with confrontations in Jerusalem's Old City, particularly at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound. This site, revered by both Israelis and Palestinians, has been a focal point of religious and political tensions. Palestinians desire East Jerusalem as the capital of a future state, while Israel regards all of Jerusalem as its eternal capital. These tensions ignited a violent upsurge, leading to a rocket being launched from Gaza into Israel, causing slight damage to a house in southern Israel. Israel responded by carrying out airstrikes in central Gaza, targeting sites associated with Hamas, the governing authority of the Gaza Strip. As the situation escalated, the international response was mixed. American Jews, traditionally supportive of Israel during conflicts, showed a more muted reaction. This shift is, in part, due to the divisive roles played by former President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who have deepened the partisan divide over Israel. But the situation took an alarming turn when an Israeli airstrike destroyed a building in Gaza housing several media outlets. This act drew swift condemnation from media advocacy groups and news organizations worldwide, raising serious questions about press freedom. So, what does this mean for the world? This conflict not only threatens the stability of the Middle East, but also has the potential to polarize global politics. With the world watching, the way forward seems uncertain. Peace seems elusive, yet it remains the only path that can restore normalcy and dignity to the lives of those caught in the crossfire. In conclusion, the recent attacks are a manifestation of a deeply rooted conflict, inflamed by political and religious tensions. The response, both domestic and international, has been varied and complex, reflecting the divisive nature of the situation. The implications of this conflict are far-reaching, affecting not only the Middle East, but also the global political landscape. The hope for a peaceful resolution lies in recognizing the humanity of those on both sides of the divide and striving for a future where coexistence is more than just a dream. Yes, it's a complex issue, but understanding its origins and implications is the first step towards fostering dialogue and ultimately peace.